Well, it looks like the hype for Battlefield or Battlefield 6 is starting to come more and more into frame each and every day. The more hype is starting to happen with this game, and not only coming from the announcement a couple of days ago with the reveal for next week, but with this cryptic message from the Battlefield official Twitter account to certain gamers within the gaming community is definitely one thing that's building a lot of hype for this game. Now, apparently there were several variations of this message that the gaming community was able to piece together and put together to where we get the full context of this message. So we're going to read over this message, but it definitely has a lot of speculation with exactly what time frame we're going to be playing in. What is the environment going to be like in this game? Now, apparently there have been some rumors, and some of the stuff that we've talked about that have been leaked in rumors is that this is going to be several years into the future. But what if this is maybe a prequel to maybe 2142 Battlefield? I mean, we haven't had a futuristic Battlefield in a long time. Apparently, when it comes to 2142, I mean, that is definitely a futuristic game, but how is it going to be received? Apparently, you know, we're going off of like the history of what Battlefield 1 and the competition with Infinite Warfare. We kind of saw how that went. So what is going to be the take on this next Battlefield game? With how far in the future is it going to be? What's the environment going to be like? What's the storyline going to be like? But I will say this as well. When it comes to this Battlefield game, it definitely needs to be competitive to the Call of Duty series. A lot of people within the Call of Duty series have been disappointed with each and every Call of Duty game. At least me. I've been disappointed a lot by the Call of Duty games. So I'm really riding a lot on this next Battlefield game. I want it to be successful. I want this game to be good, because when Battlefield games and Call of Duty games are competitive against each other, damn it, they make some pretty damn good games. Especially back in the day with Battlefield 3 and 4, and especially with some of the Call of Duty games back in the day, they were really good competitors against each other, and they made some pretty damn good games. So I'm hoping to get to that with this Battlefield game, and I hope this game blows whatever the Call of Duty has out of the water to where they're, again, more competitive with each other. So let's talk about this message. Let's get into it. I want to also talk about this message. We'll get into this, but somebody was actually able to take the interception unit, this USS Raven Rock, apparently has a reference to a US military base that apparently has some nuclear defense capabilities. So we'll talk about that. How much does it actually have a reference to the futuristic Battlefield in this message? But it is interesting to see. I think it's really cool to see the gaming community come together, but also to the speculation. I love this take from Modin. So Modin was like, futuristic Battlefield, maybe double jump, maybe wall runs, maybe mech. So it was like a Titanfall Battlefield type of game. No idea, but that I love his take, because that'd be pretty badass. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how it would actually play out in like a large scale combat with like 64v64 or something like that, but it's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to see. But maybe it's like a prequel to 2142. We'll just have to see. But let's get into this message that Battlefield's official Twitter account was sent out. Now, again, like I said, this was sent out in different pieces that people were trying to post together to get the full message. Now, the full message says, some of you want to return home. That most human of all instinct. With a heavy heart, I must tell you the truth. You have no one home to return to. The question we must ask ourselves now is, do we accept our fate, or do we dare to fight for a better world? No one may force you into this battle, but I say to all who can hear my voice, if you can fire a gun, if you can tend a wound, if you can create havoc, apparently is what the message is, those who cannot or can need you, we need you. War is the only way home. It's cool, man. And the funny thing is not only it's talking about if you can fire a gun, like every player in Battlefield, you're firing a gun, but tending a wound, you have the medics that are doing that. So it's kind of interesting to see exactly what's going on. The creating havoc, if you're kind of going off of the Battlefield Bad Company, or even, you know, with the, I guess Battlefield 5 had a little bit of it, and Battlefield 4 with the destructions that you can actually do in the environment. It's kind of building it up exactly what's going on with this. Now, again, there's no real date. It says, you know, January 4th, you know, and the time, I guess the year is kind of blacked out with what time it's appearing, but 3,600 hours. I mean, a 24-hour period, so I don't know. 3,600 hours, I don't know. We do 2,400 hours, so that's very interesting to see that. Maybe it's like, you know, within their mission or something like that. But this is actually one thing that I wanted to point out that I thought was really cool. So the USS Raven Rock apparently is intercepting this message. Now, again, we're kind of going off looking at the details of this message, or at least looking in the background. We don't know if this is in outer space, if this is, you know, on Earth. Is this a storm cloud? nuclear cloud, whatever this might be. But we are receiving this, we are intercepting this. USS Raven Rock is intercepting this message. Now, I thought this was a really cool take that somebody had on what the Raven Rock ship could possibly be. And this is the Raven Rock Mountain Complex. So, the Raven Rock Mountain Complex, also known as Site R, is a United States military installation with an underground nuclear bunker near Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania, at Raven Rock Mountain that has been called the Underground Pentagon. So what does this what does this mean, I guess, for the ship that's getting this? And does this mean, does this mean nuclear war? Does it mean something happened on Earth with it saying that, do you think humanity is extinct? You want to return home? We need you here. We'll tell you the truth. It's very interesting to see exactly what the storyline is for Earth, and saying that humanity is extinct, you want to fight for a better world. What is the conditions like on Earth? And with the Raven Rock, USS Raven Rock apparently intercepting this message, and what Raven Rock means, at least to the United States and what we have in real life, where it means it's a nuclear defense site known, kind of known as the Underground Pentagon. It's cool. It's actually kind of a cool take to see exactly some of the details in this. And somebody was working on a little bit of a messaging, a scheme, I guess, with some of the details they were putting in this message. So not exactly knowing how far in the future this is, but it is cool to read this message and kind of get some pieces here and there exactly what we could be anticipating with it. It seems like, at least from this message, that the United States, the world, is in peril, and not the greatest of fates. But could this also mean if Earth is uninhabitable, are we going to be fighting on different planets? I mean, the amount of the environment that could be produced, I mean, it's kind of crazy. No, but also as well, if this is in outer space, again, like I said, are we getting closer to a 2142 type of battlefield where you had home base, or, a mothership that was in the sky fighting mech combat on the ground? It's just a very interesting thing of what we can speculate, again, for what this Battlefield game has in store for us. So, wanted to go over the message, wanted to talk about at least a little bit of what somebody's take was on the Raven Rock, the USS Raven Rock, who was intercepting the message. But I want to get into speculation. This is one thing, again, like I said, we don't know exactly what's going on. We've had leaks, rumors here and there about maybe it's a couple of years in the future, but it sounds like, to me, they might be in outer space. So does this mean 2142 type of battlefield? But I thought this was a cool take. So if you guys have played Titanfall, Titanfall, the storyline is that they're in space, they're exploring the frontier, they're conquering planets here and there. And a lot of people within the Titanfall community have been asking for Titanfall 3. I don't think we're ever going to get a Titanfall 3. That's always great to kind of speculate and be like wishing there was a Titanfall 3. But I love this take from Mo Dan. And again, like I said, we have no idea. We have no idea what this Battlefield game has in store for it when it comes to futuristic combat, ships, mechs, all this stuff. But I thought this was a cool take. So is this futuristic Battlefield? Is it going to have double jump? Is it going to have running on walls? Is it going to have mechs? What could possibly be it? I doubt that. I don't know exactly how that could work out. Don't get me wrong, that'd be badass to have like a Battlefield merging with Titanfall type of storyline or something like that. That would be really cool. But when it comes to the environments and stuff like that, I don't think that would actually work out so much. Then again, I could be wrong. Like, if this speculation could be right, that would be badass to see exactly what the environments would be like an Angel City or something like that to players that have played Titanfall. But I think when it comes to looking at this and what Battlefield will do for this game, especially with some of the iconic maps throughout the Battlefield franchise, like Metro and so many others, I do imagine that this next Battlefield game, Battlefield 6, will try to incorporate some of their most fan favorite maps throughout the series into, I'm assuming, different map types for this next game, even though it's going to be in the future, a futuristic Metro or something like that, maybe at least map design. So maybe in Metro you could have wall running and double jumping or something like that, but I think it's cool. At this point, besides the rumors, we're kind of in the dark of exactly what this game has in store for it. But from, at least in the speculation, but also too with this message, it being on a Friday, it looks like the reveal is going to be on Wednesday. So we got Monday, Tuesday, up until Wednesday to hopefully get a little bit more pieces here and there. I don't know if anything will be sent out over the weekend, but again, this is kind of getting the wheels turning right now of exactly what the storyline is going to be like, what the environment is going to be like for the next Battlefield game. Is it going to be in outer space? Are we going to be fighting on a Armageddon type of planet Earth? No idea, but it is cool to see this message from Battlefield for us as players to kind of start thinking and brainstorming exactly what this game has in store for us, even though we have a reveal in a couple of days. So guys, just wanted to give you my take, wanted to talk about the message, speculate a little bit here and there about the Titanfall game and Battlefield stuff, but it is a very cool thing to kind of get hyped up about, and just wanted to give you guys my piece and my take on it, and wanted to hear from you guys in the comments below. What do you guys think about this type of hyping it up, this type of reveal, and kind of getting the community together to piece this info together to build up hype for the game? Let me know in the comments below. And also too, what is your speculation? Is this a couple of years in the future, or is this maybe a prequel to 2142? Let me know in the comments below. Have a great rest of the day. I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.